We have some pretty significant breaking news from the NHL. The Department of Player Safety has announced a long suspension for Ryan Reaves. We'll discuss what happened and how many games he'll be missing out on coming up next. So welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. As I mentioned, we have some pretty significant news. Of course, anybody watching the games last night knew that there was likely going to be some action taken today by the Department of NHL Player Safety. Ryan Reaves had a major hit to the head on Oilers defenseman Darnell Nurse last night. Nurse did leave the game with an injury. And it's one of those clear-cut examples to me of there's no question whether or not this is head contact. Everybody can see that the focal point of contact on this is Ryan Reaves getting the full, basically almost entirely the head of Darnell Nurse. So Nurse goes behind the net to track the puck, starts to come out the other side. And basically the way the Department of Player Safety kind of words things here is that Reaves comes in on the forecheck, which is fine, but he mistimes the hit, therefore making it so that he's giving full head contact to Nurse, that he needs to change his angle so that he gets, shoulder and core, which would make it a legal body check. So clearly, this is a case of Reaves being a little off on his timing, a little reckless. He has history as well, so Ryan Reaves has been suspended for 5 games, which is the maximum that they were able to do today because it was not an in-person hearing, so we knew it wasn't going to be 6 or more. I wondered if they might do the in-person just to have that option, but not so much. Once we found out the hearing was going to be today and it was going to be a phone hearing, I was like, okay, I kind of figured it was probably going to be 4 or 5 games, mainly because of the history. I think, a newer player who's never been in hot water before might have only gotten maybe 2 or 3, but Reaves has been suspended on 3 prior occasions, so 5-game ban it is. Fortunately for Toronto, they're going to lose Reaves for 5 games, but at the same time, he doesn't play a lot. I'm not really sure. Yes, he does contribute, physically, the occasional fight or occasional big hit, but is it really going to hurt the Leafs? No, not really. It's going to be a much more significant injury situation for the Edmonton Oilers with Darnell Nurse, who logs a lot of big minutes on the back end for Edmonton. I would suspect he's definitely going to be missing some time. I know there was reports that Nurse was backstage or in the locker room after the game, was up and around and talking to trainers and kind of in good spirits. So, that's good and that's positive. But sometimes the symptoms don't really hit, for a concussion, until a little bit later, and you just don't really know how long things are really going to, be problematic for, right? It's really one of those injuries that's very tough to predict what kind of timelines they're looking at. So obviously nurses, I would suspect that the reports from Edmonton's medical staff are going to indicate here that he is going to definitely miss a fairly significant period of time for it to be a significant suspension as well. I think the injury here plays a major role in how many games. So Ryan Reaves out for 5 games for the illegal check to the head on Darnell Nurse of the Edmonton Oilers. Obviously, like I said, it's not just the hit. It's the history as well that played a role here. But there's no doubt 100% that it's head contact, and it's because of the mistiming and the poor angle taken by Reaves on this hit. So let me know your thoughts on the suspension. Do you think the Department of Player Safety got this right? Give me know your thoughts on the hit itself as well. We'll talk about it further in the comment section. If you're new to the channel, of course, make sure you subscribe and stick around. We'll keep you up to date with the latest news, rumors, and analysis of all 32 NHL teams. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.